Championship leader, the current reigning champion, Phil Ingram, starts from the outside of the front row for this one. An excellent opportunity to extend his lead. Jamie Jenkins, despite being punted off in that second heat, has managed to qualify in 9th. Anthony Teal is down in 17th. Stu Simon starts mid-pack. Excellent qualifying from Mark Lowcombe and Chris Bell give them the second row. Chris Powell, Brenton Miller on the third. Well, we're winding up here. Pushakart pulls off. Pete O'Connor controls the pace to the first corner, floors it into turn 1. Can Ingram get around him or get behind him? And it's Bell trying to get through to second, but there's contact. That will give Ingram the inside for the Exeter Stadium and the first hairpin. Ingram has got second, that was important. So O'Connor from Ingram, Bell, Miller through to fourth. Then the fun begins. Lowcombe trying to hold off Butler, Powell and Godwin. Oh, and Godwin's been driven into tyres. And Jenkins is off with Stu Simons. Well, Darren Teal's dropped to the back of the field, but he's managed to keep going, and so is Jamie Jenkins. Leader Pete O'Connor, he's pulled out the best part of a second. End of lap 1, it's a great start for Peter O'Connor. Battle for 17th, Randall, Tebbett, Allwood. 3 wide off the corner. That won't work all the way to turn 1. So it's O'Connor, Ingram, Chris Bell, Brenton Miller, Mark Lowcombe, Dan Butler, Chris Powell, Mark Craddock. Kieran McCullough is 9th, he started 18th. And John Pethick rounds out the top 10. Clackett inside of Simon Lloyd and he's pulling with him Brian Trott, who's past him. Najjar now looking to the inside of the second hairpin. Side by side. Simon Lloyd's got better drive off the corner. And Mark Craddock's got a fight on to hold on to 7th place ahead of Dan Butler, but he's got the inside line at the pit bend. They're slow off the corner, but Mark is through. So Connor, Ingram, Bell, Miller, Lowcombe, Powell, Craddock, Butler. McCullough closing in. Pethick. Here comes Najjar. Inside of Simon Lloyd. That's for 15th place. It's side by side down to the second hairpin once again. There's Najjar got it. He's a bit further than he was the last lap, but Simon Lloyd tips in over the top of pylon. Lowcombe now holding up Powell, Craddock and Butler, and that's allowed Kieran McCullough to close in. Ingram now moving on to the bumper, and here comes Ant Teal ahead of Andy Cowell. Can he get through into turn 1? Yes he can. Expect Clackett to follow through if he can. Cowell runs wide, and here comes Miller for third. Powell going for fourth. Can Lowcombe hold off Mark Craddock? He's got the inside track, but it's a slow turn. And Craddock's got the faster run off the corner. So Craddock up to 6th. Ahead of him Powell in 5th. Lowcombe demoted to 7th. Butler having a hold off Kieran McCullough. And Pettick trying to get a nibble in there as well. It's been a furious opening 4 laps. Clackett now trying to put a move on Ant Teal, but he won't get it done. And Ingram now is moving into position to have a shot at Pete O'Connor in the lead. McCullough in position to have a go at the first hairpin on Lowcombe, can't get it done, but Teal is past Pettick. Butler's managed to pull away as Lowcombe had to defend into that first hairpin. So you're watching the battle from 8th through to 14th. Andy Cowell. And I don't think Kieran McCullough's going to wait much longer. O'Connor manages to hold on to a kart length lead over Phil Ingram. Ingram looking comfortable there, like he's got something in reserve. We shall see. Lowcombe anything but comfortable. Sat on the pointy bit. Here comes McCullough, he's through, and Teal will go with him if he can. And I think Trott picked up a position there from John Pethick. Lowcombe now trying to hold off Lee Clackett. He's got the line off the corner. Expect Trott to try and take advantage as well. Will he shoot it up the inside? We had to think about it. We've got about halfway. He's tried that 3 times now, if you include the moves in the heat that we saw. Clackett looking to get a run on now, coming to turn 1. He's alongside, he's through. And the door is open for Brian Trott, but Mark manages to get it closed. 4th position, Chris Powell through the hairpin. And can Craddock go through with him? Off the corner. Oh, contact there, I think, between Simon Lloyd and Andy Cowell. Jenkins struggling to make progress. Back to the battle for 4th. Bell's managed to hold on. Randall throws it up the inside of Pethick. That's for 17th place. Pethick not too pleased. Well, he was alongside. Looked fair to me for Premier Class. It's easy to forget who's leading. It's Pete O'Connor by a kart length or 2. Or 0.2 of a second if you like. Battle for 5th. Craddock inside of Bell, clean as you like. Najjar looking to the inside of Simon Lloyd for 14th, and he's through as well. Jamie Jenkins on the wrong side for the second hairpin. Is he going to try and duke it out around the outside? We've seen Godwin in the tyre wall, but Simon Lloyd is a gentleman and gives him room. It's still 0.2 of a second. Phil Ingram, maybe he's losing a kart length there in Stadium. Perhaps Peter O'Connor's got just a little bit more grip, better handling maybe. Field beginning to spread, not far enough for Chris Bell. Heavy contact by Lee Clackett. Scrupulously fair, waves him back through. Well, Pete O'Connor has managed to hold that extra kart length he gained in Stadium. The gap is now 0.4 of a second. Trott looking to line up Andy Cowell as Lee Clackett pulls out to pass Chris Bell. That's for 9th place. And Pete O'Connor's pulled out another kart length. It's up to 0.6 of a second. Pete O'Connor making his move. Butler looking to set up Mark Craddock at the hairpin. He got a better line out of Stadium, and he's through. Chris Bell sliding backwards in 10th place. He's just been passed by Mark Loucombe. Andy Cowell's gone with him. He's been swallowed up by the pack here. Chris Bell's kart's a second off the pace, and it's beginning to show. Miller holding on to 3rd. Powell unable to close. Butler and Craddock together again. And joined by Kieran McCullough. McCullough in 7th, Teal in 8th. McCullough at the inside, looking for 6th. He's through. Can Teal take advantage? And now it's Trott passing Chris Bell. And going with him is Jenkins. Bell fighting off Simon Lloyd, but it's a fruitless fight. And now he's in danger of being passed by Darren Teal. He's now back to the low teens. And Teal closing in on Mark Craddock there through Stadium. Not close enough this time. Oh, Mark's made a mistake. Bell holding off Ollie Allwood now. That's a defensive move, that's not a pass. And Pete O'Connor appears to have broken Phil Ingram. But I think Phil will be happy with second. He's ahead of all of his rivals in the championship. He's building a great start to the season. Jonathan Lissett has gone off in a clash, I think, with Oliver Allwood. Najjar trying to force it past Mark Loucombe. Not too sure if Mark will enjoy that attention. Battle for third. Powell has closed in. Don't think Brenton Miller's got quite the card he'd like. He's making no impression on Phil Ingram. Butler looking to get a run on Powell. Powell trying to get a run on Miller. Miller goes defensive. It's a narrow entry to turn one. Can Powell cut inside? Mid-corner he can't. Now he'll be looking for a run into hairpin one. He's right on the bumper. McCullers made his way past Mark Craddock. Butler trying to get inside of Powell. They're both slow off the corner. Will this give Kieran McCullough a chance? Butler forced to go defensive for fear of letting in Kieran McCullough. This is a 5-cart dice for third place. Well, you couldn't get much closer. Trying again. Miller's covering. It's going to have to be the first hairpin or somewhere creative. Down to the hairpin. Powell's not close enough. Well, Pete O'Connor has broken Phil Ingram. He's got a 2-second lead, and then it's a further 6 seconds back to the fight for third. Pete O'Connor is heading for victory, a first win in Club 100 Premier Class. What a way to christen your new crash helmet. On to the final lap for the battle for third. How narrow into turn one can Brenton Miller go and hold the line? That was fairly narrow and he's managed to do it. Powell went wide. He's obviously hoping to take him into the first hairpin. And he's not close enough. Here comes Ant Tail. He's throwing up the inside of Mark Craddock. He's waved him back through. He's not happy. That would have been clean. Oh, Butler puts a wheel off. McCullers through and he could lose out to Craddock at the finish. But never mind that now. Pete O'Connor, one more corner. Heading for victory. It's a popular win. Pete O'Connor. Word for the camera, Pete.
I had to christen the new helmet, you see. It was worth the money.
These lids, they just make drivers faster.